Hi, I'm Eleanor with all next week's big soap storylines. So, Zainab is now a wealthy woman, courtesy of the late, unlamented Yusuf. But Tanwar wants no part of it, despite Afia telling him that Yusuf owes him. Zainab decides to donate it all to the mosque, but Kim misunderstands her and thinks she and Denise are getting it. Tam thinks Afia is disgusted by his burns and has been checking out cosmetic surgery websites, so he abruptly leaves the square. But Fatboy and Zainab find him and urge him to return home, and later Afia proves she's fine with it by applying cream to his scars. A disconsolate Zainab tells Tam that she is responsible for his scars because she sent Yusuf back into the fire, and she gives the 100 grand to Denise. Meanwhile, an upset Amira sleeps with Anthony after Saeed asked to buy her out of their business. She tells Saeed she knows he'll never love her, and she leaves the square for good. Tanya is too scared to tell Max she can't deal with sex and despairs that the family's falling apart when Lauren is found drunk, collapsed in a gutter. Max has a go at Lauren and she riposts that she's moving in with the Moons, and when he won't give her job back, she goes and gets one with Janine. Next, it's Corrie. Frank Foster has fallen foul of soap's golden rule. You can only cheat justice so long, and the worse your crime, the worse it will come back to bite you. So when a smug Frank and Jenny dupe Carla into selling her share to Frank, she's horrified and bent on revenge. Frank kicks Anne out of his life for betraying him to Sally, then undermines Peter by telling Leanne he's drunk in charge of Simon. She demands custody. Peter's furious, but it's Carla who confronts Frank, and the lizard threatens to rape her again, while the factory staff are horrified to be out of a job. Later, Sean and Julie go to confront Frank and are shocked to find Sally kneeling over his body with blood on her hands. Surely not. She's immediately questioned by police, but Anne tells them to arrest Carla. Then Peter returns, having been AWOL on a bender all night, memory blank. Carla's terrified when she sees blood on him, so they lie that he was home. But Jason finds a whiskey bottle covered in blood and hands it to the police. It's looking very bad for Peter. The police soon get fingerprint analysis from the whiskey bottle and they swoop to make an arrest. But who is it? Finally, we're in Emmerdale. Debbie gives Auntie Chaz the verbals for letting Cameron stay with her, if only she knew, while Cameron tells Debbie he's out of there on Friday. No one's a winner in this mess, and it could all be for nothing when Debbie sees the specialist to see if her baby is a match for Sarah. Thankfully, later in the week, Debbie is delighted to learn it is. Meanwhile, Chaz and Cameron have a heart-to-heart and kiss, but pull apart when they hear someone approach and try to ignore their feelings. Debbie looks to Charity for support, and she advises her that if she wants to sort things with Cameron, she only has 24 hours. She does, and after pleading with him, he agrees to stay, but it's fair to say he has a few doubts. Aaron and Ed have a stop-start beginning to their relationship when Aaron cries off a date to help Adam with a farm emergency. Then when they do date, Ed cuts it short when he finds out about Jackson. Paddy encourages Aaron to give him another chance, but the Smitten lads have another problem. Ed's going to France to play rugby. And Zach is out of control. Sam gets his dad a job on home farm, but Zach gets the sack when he doesn't show up. Then he goes missing, but Sam finds him comatose in Seth's hide. Where will it all end?